Good day to both director from Darby Property Berhad. We are from Group 6 Consultancy, and today we will present the strategy audit report of your firms. Before we present, let me introduce myself and my group member. My name is Tae Kwan Jun with metric number 270250, and my group member is Wong Yong Kai 271701, So Meng Hua 271427, Phang Ching 270866, No Anis Binti alias 272245, and the last one is Puteri NURHALIZA Binti Mohamed SHAH BOHA with metric number 270017. So let us proceed our agenda today.
Good day, Doctor. My name is Wo Yong Kai with metric number 271701. So I'll be in charge in the parts of company profile. So the company that is chosen by us is Sime Darby Property. So before we move to the next part, let us know about what is Sime Darby Property in terms of the company type and the industries. Sime Darby Property is a player in the property sectors, and it is the biggest property developers according to the terms of land bank, which belongs to Malaysia. The company type which Sime Darby Property belongs to is Publicity Trades Government Link Company, or also known as GLC, which means that the company are corporately begins and run by the government sectors as well as a private sectors company. Sime Darby Property, which owned by Sime Darby Berhad, also pioneering in the property developers in Malaysia for more than 50 years before Sime Darby Property established in the year of 2007. This company mainly focused on the property sectors, where the company managed to build up to 100,000 homes in 25 cities and developments including the product spinnings, residence, and commercial. These 25 cities are chosen depends on the strategically locations and depends on the developer's township. The Sime Darby Property also belongs to the property developers, property investments, and hospitality industries. This is because the company are also involved in the buildings of the industries as well as the logistic properties across the country. So let's move to the next part, which is the vision, missions, objective, and the strategies of Sime Darby Property. The visions of Sime Darby Property is to become the leaders in building the sustainable communities. The mission statements of Sime Darby Property is to create a place that inspire, connect, and last for generations to come. So let's move to the objective of Sime Darby Property. The objective of Sime Darby Property is to be the leading property developers that encourage business excellence through the Lean Six Sigma work cultures and embedding it into the transformational business strategies blueprints. The elements that used in the Lean Six Sigma that focused by Sime Darby Property is: the first one is removal of waste. The second one is removal of defects. The third one is removal of errors. The fourth one is increasing revenues. The fifth one is reduce costs. And the last one is improve quality. The strategies that used by Sime Darby Property in terms of their marketing strategy is: the first one is concentrating on developing sustainable and vibrant townships while presenting the most placemakings and sustainability components into the townships. The second one is to ensure the stabilities in gross development value, or also known as GDV, markets and sustainable product pipeline. The last one is focus on rolling out quality products that meet the market demands and customer needs, as well as identify the right pricings and product mix. So that's all from my parts. I will pass to the next presenter.
Good day, Doctor. My name is Phang Ching with license number 270866, and now I would like to explain the organization structure of Sime Darby Property. An organization structure in a system that outlines how certain activity will be directed in order to achieve the goal of an organization, and the type of organization structure in the Sime Darby Property is the functional structure. Sime Darby Property has been divided into 4 main departments consisting of the Audit Committee, Nomination and Remuneration Committee, Risk Management Committee, and Board Tender Committee. The responsibilities are divided to respective committee, and the board charter are still ultimately accountable for the final decision on all matters relating to the group. And the related benefit of this kind of organization structure is the operation speed. The employee who have a specific skill in this field are going to handle and support the problem faster than someone who has less experience. And although this organization structure sky is easily to work for all size of company, but it also will be lack of the coordination in the work of each department, and the most effective time to solve the problem will be past. In addition, the problem of lack of coordination will also lead to the problem of dividend growth and budgetary competition. So to avoid those conflicts happen due to the lack of coordination, the Sime Darby property has been state clearly the rules and the detail, such as the interest with the group in personal or professional capacity, include the improper use of the property, information, operation, and opportunity of the group. For the VRIO firm, WONG is an organ for the different success metrics relevant to your company. It has included the value, rarity, instability, and also the organization. The Sime Darby property has spent a significant part of its revenue to spend in the R&D activity, especially to innovate the product launch, expansion, customer service, aggressive pricing strategy, and excellent shareholder return. Besides, Sime Darby property also have a highly efficiency outsourcing and outsourcing strategy, which has resulted in a great operational flexibility and bringing down the budget in the high price and sensitive construction service industry. And Sime Darby also has the best training and development program in the capital good industry. Well, for the rarity is the resource and the solution of Sime Darby, which is cannot easily acquired by the competitor on the open market. So the carbon footprint project is a company-wide sustainability program that will be moderated with the incentive of provide white carbon information to implement the key emission reduce initiative, and this is allow the Sime Darby property to continue save their operation costs. Other than that, the Sime Darby property has a strong supporter and its shareholder, which is the PNB Development. In the 2016, Sime Darby Filters has enjoyed in a sales and also purchased an agreement with the PNB Development and also sold the share to the PNB Development, and the share has been used to fund the Sime Darby property strategy development project over the next 24 months. So as well as to cover the expenses related to the property sales. And lastly, the Sime Darby runs an end-to-end digital journal to ensure the continuous use during the COVID-19 pandemic. And this solution has strengthened the Sime Darby property data accurate and analysis by connecting multiple stakeholders along the construction value chains. For the immutability part, the Sime Darby property has won the HR ASEAN Best Company to Work for 2015 because it can provide a better environment for the employee work-life balance. And the company has worked on the teamwork and ensure the fairness and transparency in the finance governance. So Sime Darby property also have a lot of strategic location with an excellent infrastructure network and also connectivity. And those strategic location cannot be implemented by the competitor in a short time. Besides, the Sime Darby property is also committed to ensuring its internet and external communication with the shareholder and various shareholders. Lastly, the Sime Darby property has embedded risk management into the group operation as they consider it as an integrated part of good corporate governance. Risk management can be improve the decision making and improve the outcomes. So their management accountability will also be enhanced by the impact risk management process.
Good day, Doctor. My name is Taekwan Jun with match number 270250. I represent the strategy issues in Sime Darby property, which they will have 3 issues are facing by the company. The first issue is the decrease in net profit due to the pandemic COVID-19. The Malaysia faced the economic recession, which the GDP has shrunk to 5.6% in 2020 due to the implementation of MCO by the government. As a result, Sime Darby property also has impacted by the MCO policy, and their revenue decreased, which also lead them to have negative performance in 3 segmentation, which are the property development segment decreased to 35.9%. And the second is investment and asset segment. It has declined to 19.9% compared to previous years. And the last one is leisure segment. It has dropped to 22.4% compared to the previous years. The second issue is Sime Darby property are forced to improve in ESG practice, which are the environmental, social, and governance. Nowadays, the company do not place a high value on ESG issue, might put them into a risk of losing their investor. For the environmental issues, global warming and greenhouse effect are one of the biggest challenges facing by the global. Sime Darby property has to investigate the solution and take the responsibility to improve the way to reduce the environmental effect of their operation. The social issue is concerned about the human rights, consumer rights and protection, and social welfare. Sime Darby property mentioned that the main challenge faced in practice is the investor has to re-evaluate the traditional investment method to meet the local community's needs and demands. Besides, Sime Darby property has to seek the solution and contribute to society, such as helping B40 category by offering affordable price and quality accommodation, especially in this pandemic COVID-19. The governance issue is about how effective of the company management structure to attract the investor invest into the company. The ethics issue in a company will impact their reputation. As a result, Sime Darby Property has to implement policy to ensure the company operations are conducted ethically and integrity. The third issue faced by the Sime Darby Property is rising costs in building material and labor shortage. The cost of building material has risen to the highest level in November 2021 due to the war between Russia and Ukraine. The price building materials such as steel and cement has influenced construction costs, as Malaysia is one of the importers of steel and cement material construction purpose, which imported from the other countries such as Japan, South Korea, India, and Taiwan. When the higher the price of the materials, the higher the cost of the operations. As a result, Sime Darby Property face a challenge of rising construction material costs have an impact on profitability. As the property price is raised, the property desirability may be the loss. As a result, Sime Darby Property has to look for substitute materials to avoid the cost transfer to customer. Next, I will pass to my partner to present the next part. Thank you.
Morning, Dr. everyone. My name is MENG, metric number 2711427. So today I will present you about the SWOT analysis of Sime Darby Property. So the first strength of Sime Darby Property is strong brand presence. So Sime Darby Property is ranked number 1 in Malaysia and most valuable brand in property and infrastructure categories. So it's a very strong brand recognition in the construction service industry. So the second one is sizable and strategic land bank. So Sime Darby Property has many land bank all over places, including in foreign country. So the third one is skilled and talented workforce. As we know, Sime Darby Property, they do provide safety training and safety leadership training to the employee. So they have a very skilled and talented workforce. So the fourth one is effective R&D. So at effective R&D help them, the Sime Darby Property, to predict changes of its consumer preference and taste. So moving to the weakness, the first one is high turnover of employee. So Sime Darby Property, they have to bear a very high cost, the labor cost, when the employee leaves the job, and then they have to hire new people again. And it's very hard for them to find a worker with good attitude sometimes. So the second one is high operating cost. So Sime Darby Property, they have to build a new and robust supply chain network, and it might be very expensive for them. The third weakness is ineffective marketing strategy. So for example, Sime Darby Property, they does not put hard work in advertising its brand through Twitter, because the Twitter only have 400 active followers only. So the fourth one is declining market share. So in this situation, the stock performance is most influenced by sales growth and profit margin than other factors. So moving to the opportunities, the first one is local collaborations. So for example, Sime Darby Property can collab with other local real estate business such as Hatamas Real Estate Sendiri Berhad. So it helps the employees in Sime Darby Property and other teams to expand their overall skills. So the second opportunity is lower interest rate. So the low inflation rate can stabilize the market and allow the customer to get lower interest rate when buying a property. So as a result, Sime Darby Property might increase its sales. So the third opportunity is rapid technological advancement and breakthrough. So for example, the Sime Darby Property can using the artificial intelligence. For example, the computer algorithm that can process millions of records in seconds have made Sime Darby Property the time-consuming task more easier and more convenient. So the fourth one is identify related opportunities. So for example, Sime Darby Property can grab this chance to invite more people to join as a volunteer in their CSR program. So moving to the traits, the first one is rising competitions from competitors. So some competitors even provide similar product with similar price and quality. So this may cause Sime Darby Property loses its potential customer as well as the revenue of its business. So the second one is unfavorable government policy. So Sime Darby Property is a multinational corporation and therefore they have to follow different rules and regulations in particular countries. So however, some of the policy is not conducive to Sime Darby Property expansions. So the third one is after effect of coronavirus. So as we know, Sime Darby Property is still very difficult to increase, especially in the period of pandemic, because economy in Malaysia are in downturn situation, and so mostly the customer getting low salary and no bonus by their employer, so they have no ability to buy a new property. So the last trait is changing of demographic. So nowadays, some of the young girls, they prefer to rent a home rather than buying a new house, as they think it's more cost saving with their smaller family. Therefore, it might become the trait to Sime Darby Property, because become less people buying a property in future. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is NURHALIZA binti Muhammad Syabuhan. My metric number is 270017. Okay, today I will explain about TOR analysis. What is TOR analysis? TOR analysis is an annotation of the SWOT analysis framework that identify our secondary property strengths, opportunities, and weaknesses, but then goes richer in looking to match up with the strengths with the opportunities and the trait with the weaknesses. Okay, we have two factors, which is internal and external factor. Okay, I will explain about stage. We have 4 stage in this our SMW property. The first one is strong brand presence. We also have accessible and strategic land bank. We also have our skilled and talented workforce. Okay, the last one we do effective research and development, which is R&D. Okay, our weakness in our SMW property, which is high turnover of employee, and also high operating cost. Okay, in SMW property, they do not have strong marketing strategy, which is our marketing strategy is not effective. The last one, which is we also have a decline our market share. Okay, we have 4 opportunity, which is local collaboration, lowest interest rate, identify volunteer opportunity, and the last one is rapid technological investment and breakthrough. Okay, as you can see, there are strength opportunity strategy. We use 3 strengths, which is represent strategic land bank and R&D in local collaboration. Is to utilizing by collaboration with other partners into the new segmentation and international market. Okay, we also use represent to identify volunteer opportunity. Okay, this is to increase ESG practice. They are strong brand present by call on the volunteer involved in corporate social responsibility program. Okay, weakness opportunity strategy. Okay, in the weakness opportunity, we collaborate with the local real estate business to motivate the employee to address high turnover of employee. Okay, next we also have 4 trade, which is recent competitions from competitor, favorable government policy, and after coronavirus effect, and the last one is changing of demographic. Okay, next is trade strategy. Okay, I will use effective R&D into the racing competition from competitor and changing of demography. Okay, as we know, an effective R&D helps SMW property to predict the demographic changing of the customer. Okay, hence SMW property also have a more competitive advantage compared to the river. Okay, next is weakness strategy. You know, we have 2 weakness, which is high turnover of employee and high operating cost after coronavirus effect. So, we restructure a new strategy and focus of growth areas such as SMW property technology. Okay, the weakness in effective marketing strategy, which is of demography, which is utilizing the digital technology and make adjustment on the marketing strategy.
Assalamualaikum, I am NURHALIZA. So I will proceed with the last part, which is recommendation for Darby property in order to expand their business and also their market. First of all, we suggest Darby to sign up as a sponsorship to increase the brand awareness. So Darby can sponsor the event for university club program, a school activity, sport team, which they can print out the company brand name at the t-shirt event, flyers or a booklet so that people can recognize the company name, which can benefit for the company. Next, we also recommend Darby to organize the free seminar for community, especially for home buyer and married couple. This type of suggestion is actually helping for both parties, which are Darby property and also customer. When Darby hosting the seminar, it is actually transfer the basic knowledge of property to customer, where it is important thing for a customer before making a decision whether they want to buy the product or not. In addition, by hosting this seminar, the relationship of the company and also customer will increase, where the customer will be impressed how the company want to get closer with the customer. Next, Darby property needs to extend the brand appearance more on online, such as social media like Facebook or Instagram, and offline platform like television, magazine. They can use the advertisement method, which is the best way of communicating with user about the product. So by advertising on social media, it can help Darby reach their global audience about their product at the low cost. While advertising through television can help Darby property cater a larger area of the larger market, since the television has a vision, sound, motion, and also color that can convince and attract customer to buy the product. Lastly, we propose Darby to provide the training and development for employees to increase their productivity and also performance, which can contribute to the success of the company. So the effective method of training and development is by providing a classroom based where the employee can have an opportunity to learn and share their skill in a group, which can help employee think more creative and also proactive to solve problem. Moreover, classroom-based method training also allow the employee to learn in a safe and quiet environment. It is convenient to engage them to pay more attention when learning. So I think that's all from me and also my team members. Thank you.